Your child's face falls the exact second they lock their phone screen when you walk into the room. That quiet, sudden shift in their mood is quietly shaping their sense of safety and your relationship with them right now, whether you realize it or not. Most parents think the best move is to snatch the device away, but that common advice gets it completely backwards. By the end of this, you will know exactly who to call and how to handle it calmly, and it is much more doable than you fear. Picture this. You are walking past the kitchen island, and your teenager quickly flips their phone face down. Or maybe your younger child suddenly closes a laptop lid the moment you step into the living room. It is a subtle movement, but as a parent, your internal radar instantly pings. You feel that sudden drop in your stomach. You start wondering what they are looking at, who they are talking to, or why they suddenly seem so on edge. Then, a few days later, you notice something else. They are unusually quiet at dinner. They are snapping at you over small things. Or maybe you catch a glimpse of a notification on their screen that just feels wrong. The tone is too familiar, the requests are too strange, or the language is just completely off. Your gut tells you something is wrong. You suspect your child is being targeted by someone who has no business being in their digital life. The immediate instinct for almost every parent in this situation is to take the phone, smash the router, and ground them until they are 30. We want to cut off the threat immediately. We want to protect them. But that is exactly where the common advice gets it completely backwards. If you confiscate the device, you are not just taking away the threat. You are taking away the evidence. More importantly, you are taking away your child's connection to you. The person targeting your child wants them isolated. They want your child to believe that if they get in trouble, they will lose their privileges and their parents will be furious. If you react by snatching the phone, you accidentally prove the predator right. Your child shuts down, they hide things deeper, and you lose your ability to help them. So, what do you do instead? You need to bring in the professionals. But not just any professionals. You need to connect with the dedicated safety teams that operate behind the scenes of the platforms your kids are using. Most parents have no idea these groups even exist, let alone what they actually do. We tend to think of platform support as just a bunch of customer service representatives reading from a script, telling us to reset our passwords. But that is only part of the story. The specialized investigators working in these dedicated safety units are an entirely different breed. They are often former law enforcement officers, digital forensic analysts, and behavioral experts. They do not just read scripts. They understand the dark psychology of the people who target children. They know the grooming tactics, the manipulation strategies, and the digital footprints these bad actors leave behind. When you reach out to them, you are not just submitting a complaint into a void. You are activating a highly trained response network. Now here is where it gets interesting. What these professionals actually do behind the scenes is far more complex than just deleting a bad account. When a case lands on their desk, their first job is to preserve the digital crime scene. They pull the metadata, the IP addresses, the login histories, and the hidden server logs that you and I can never see. They map out the network. They look at who else this person might be interacting with. They cross-reference data with other platforms because these individuals rarely stick to just one app. They analyze the language patterns used in the messages to build a psychological profile of the bad actor. And crucially, they act as the bridge between your home and law enforcement. They know exactly how to package the digital evidence so that when it is handed over to the authorities, it is actionable, admissible, and leads directly to the person responsible. But there was one real problem most parents run into when they try to reach them. They use the wrong channels, they provide the wrong information, and they accidentally alert the person targeting their child. If you want calmer, more confident parenting in a screen-filled world, subscribing is the easiest way to keep these practical ideas coming and stay one step ahead of what your kids are facing. Let us talk about how to actually make contact the right way, because the preparation you do in the first hour is critical. The golden rule is this: do not tip off the person targeting your child. If you suspect a peer is bullying them or an adult is grooming them, do not send an angry message from your child's account. Do not confront the person in a group chat. Do not let your child post anything vague or defensive on their story. The moment the person realizes they are being watched, they will delete their accounts, scrub their messages, and vanish. Before you contact anyone, you need to quietly gather your evidence. If you can take screenshots without the other person knowing, do it. Make sure you capture the full profile, the username, the exact timestamps, and the surrounding context of the messages. If the app blocks screenshots, or if you are worried your child will accidentally alert the person, use a second phone to take clear photos of the screen. It is not as pretty as a digital file, but it is undeniable proof. Write down everything you have observed behaviorally. The safety teams need to know not just what was said, but how your child has acted. Have they stopped eating? Are they losing sleep? Are they suddenly afraid to go to school? This behavioral context helps the investigators prioritize the urgency of the case. Navigating these reports and figuring out the exact steps to protect your child can feel incredibly overwhelming in the moment. That is exactly why I put together a free sample chapter of my Parenting in the Digital Age Guide, which is linked in the description. It breaks down the exact safety protocols and communication scripts you need when things go wrong, so you never have to guess what to do next. Just grab the free chapter linked below. Once you have your evidence, it is time to make contact. But do not just click the general report button on a random post. That usually goes into a massive queue for minor content violations. You need to look for the dedicated child safety or trust and safety escalation portals. Every major platform has a specific, often hidden, pathway for reporting child exploitation, severe harassment, or grooming. It is usually located deep in their help centers, sometimes under sections titled Safety Center or Law Enforcement Reporting. If you cannot find it, search the platform's name along with the words Child Safety Reporting Portal. When you fill out that form, be incredibly precise. Do not write a long, emotional story about how scared you are. The investigators need facts. State clearly that you suspect a minor is being targeted. Provide the URLs to the profiles involved. Attach the screenshots or photos you took. Give the exact dates and times the interactions occurred. And this is a detail most parents miss. Include your contact information and explicitly state that you are the parent or legal guardian of the minor involved. The safety teams have strict legal protocols about who they can communicate with regarding a child's account. If they do not know you are the parent, they might not be able to share updates with you. After you submit the report, the waiting game begins. This is where your relationship with your child becomes the most important tool you have. Imagine this. You have reported the issue. The professionals are working on it behind the scenes. But your child is still sitting on the couch, staring at their phone, anxious and confused. They know something is wrong, but they do not know what you are doing to fix it. This is the moment you sit down with them. You do not lecture. You do not say, "I told you so." You pull up a chair, you look them in the eye, and you say something like this: "I have noticed you seem really stressed lately, and I saw some things on your screen that made me worried about your safety. I want you to know that you are not in trouble. My only job right now is to keep you safe, and I am bringing in some experts to help us handle this together." You have to be the calm anchor in their storm. The person targeting your child is using fear, shame, and secrecy as weapons. Your antidote is radical transparency, unconditional support, and calm action. When your child realizes that you are not going to freak out, that you are not going to take their phone away in a panic, and that you are actively working to protect them, a massive weight lifts off their shoulders. They will start telling you more. They will give you the details you need to help the safety teams do their jobs. They will show you the messages they deleted. They will tell you about the other apps they are using. As the days pass, the dedicated safety team will begin their work. They might reach out to you for more information. They might quietly restrict the bad actor's account while they gather more proof. They might coordinate with a national center for missing or exploited children to ensure law enforcement is looped in. You might feel like nothing is happening on your end, but behind the scenes, a massive digital dragnet is being cast. Trust the process. Follow up with the safety team politely every few days if you have not heard back, providing any new information if your child remembers more details. What is the one screen time rule or safety check that actually works in your home? Let me know in the comments. I would genuinely love to hear your story below. The reality of raising kids today is that we cannot build a physical wall around them. They are going to encounter strange people, weird situations, and digital spaces we do not fully understand. But we are not doing this alone. There is an entire infrastructure of dedicated professionals whose sole job is to protect kids in the digital world. They're highly trained, they are deeply committed, and they are waiting for you to reach out when things go wrong. The shift that happens when you realize this is profound. You stop feeling like a helpless bystander watching your child navigate a dangerous world. You start feeling like a capable parent who knows exactly how to pull the right levers when it matters most. Your child does not need you to be a tech genius. They do not need you to know how to hack into their accounts or trace an IP address yourself. They just need you to be their safe harbor. They need you to notice the subtle shifts, to resist the urge to panic, and to know exactly who to call when the shadows get a little too long. You have got this. And more importantly, your child has got you.